Hey guys, today we're going to show you some things that you can start indoors right now. These are all plants that have a longer growing season, and so they need a longer time to grow, but they're not able to survive a frost outside, therefore they require being started inside. So we already have our peppers going. We started those about 2 weeks ago now. So you can see those just starting to come up here in the growing cells. That's because peppers have a pretty long germination time and a pretty long growing period, and so you have to plant those a little bit earlier. If you haven't planted peppers yet and still want to, it's not too late, but you do need to do it pretty soon. Some of the other ones that we're going to start today, we have our growing tray right here and the growing cells. There's not a particular brand you need to use, but I particularly like using this setup. It just makes it really easy. We're also going to be planting our Brussels sprouts, our cauliflower, and a number of different tomato varieties in these 2-inch growing cells that we have. And then over here you can see I have a similar tray, but we have these 4-inch pots instead. So they're made up of the same material. It's a biodegradable material, which I think is important because when you're transferring the plants to the ground outside, you can moisten these and then kind of even like rip the pot away from the roots as to not damage the roots of the plants. And then worst case scenario, if you had to just plant this whole thing in the ground, in theory you could. So we're gonna fill these up and use them for our okra. Our okra seeds you can actually see sitting in water right now. So that just hastens the germination of them. And so you don't have to do that, but that makes it a little bit quicker. So you just soak those for 12 to 24 hours for the okra seeds. Now for all of these that we just mentioned, we're going to be using a seed starting mix. You do not need to use this particular brand, but we do definitely recommend using a seed starting mix as opposed to just regular topsoil, as seed starting mix is made up primarily of peat moss, which retains water really well and just does better for the seeds germinating initially.
Alright guys, I'm going to show you how to plant some of these. It's very simple with a lot of them. On your seed packet, just read the direction on the back. For example, these ones, the Brandywine tomatoes, they need to be at a 1/4 inch depth, and you put them in groups of 3. We actually do groups of 2 because you're going to end up killing off the weaker ones anyway, and we've had no issue with them germinating, so I'm just going to do 2 at a time. I've already planted 1, 2, 3, 4 with the yellow and red pear tomatoes, so I'm actually going to take this. This is my marker, so I know that I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to remember that. Now I'm going to plant seeds in these guys here. Down, this has a 1/4 inch, so I'm just going to make a little indentation, 1/4 inch or so down in each one. Then from there, I'm going to take the seeds 2 at a time. Put them in the hole. There we go, down they go. 2 more. And I need 1 more seed here. There we go. Right in the end. I'm going to take the soil, loosely cover them. So about a 1/4 inch down. You can give it a little tamp down with your finger. That's about all you want to do. If you have any clumps on top, you can just break them up so it's more loose soil. There we go. There we go. And so now, just make sure you mark what you have. So I'm going to put this in here in the corner, aim this way, so I know that I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of the Brandywine tomatoes. And we'll put a little water on just to gently soak the tops of these. And I'll run down. Matter of fact, I'll do that right now. So these are the ones that just planted. We'll go with a little bit of water left here. For the most part, I should start to soak right in. That's all we got. Keep Keep them under grow light. Water them lightly each day as they appear to dry out a bit. You don't want to lose all your moisture. And 5 to 10 days from now, you should start seeing them pop up.